Hi there and welcome to Adventure Studios. In this video, I will be uh, playing a game that actually I noticed was not on YouTube. There's not a lot of YouTube videos on it. I'm not sure why, because it's a pretty incredible game. You just have to have the right computer for it. But I don't have the top of the line computer, but it runs on all high settings pretty decently well. And hopefully it runs pretty decently well with me also streaming this for you. So the game that we're going to be playing is actually called INZOI. And I'll minimize this. I just wanted to show you guys what it kind of looks like as far as like the picture part of it. It's not what the people literally look like, but the people do look pretty nice. I'm going to show you kind of a little bit about it. I'm still learning myself with it, so we're going to kind of delve a little bit into it. Let me see how. Oh, back and forth between screens. So it is a pretty large, spacious game, but for a newer game, it's not. I mean, it's pretty typical. Um, so, um, but yeah. So to get you a little hyped up about this, so for those of you who are familiar with The Sims, where you go in to work and then you're sitting and waiting on your sim to go to work, well, you can completely obliterate that. Like you still go to work, but you get to literally do things at your work. Um, Doing tasks that you need to accomplish at your work. So you're not like just clicking buttons like accept task. You're actually doing those tasks. You get to go to your work, like see other people and talk to other people if you choose to do that instead of work. But which my character has done. He has definitely talked to other people. Um, so But me personally, I just started out with just one character, which I made him as close to what I look like as possible. You know, I mean, I'm sure I could have made even it more down to the fine T, because that's the other thing. You can customize this to a T. Um, so, but it doesn't look like there's really lag going on. And we'll show this intro, because you don't get that many intros like this. I really hope that they add. There's a cat that I see in here. I'm really hoping that you can get more than just a cat. Get like a dog. I'm excited for them to add like dogs, birds. You know, I'm not too interested in the hamsters, small things, the smaller things that Sims did. But it wouldn't be a bad down the line thing to add if they wanted to add that as an extra. But my thing is like a cat and a dog. I prefer dogs. Just that's me. But a lot of people like cats. So I'm not gonna diss the people with cats. You know, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna have a cat because I might have a cat just to eventually, maybe. I doubt it because my character is a firefighter. But the firefighter has nothing to do with wanting a cat. But anyway. So right now we can actually choose to go ahead and skip this. So I'm going to go ahead and just skip this so we can jump straight to it. So this is to let you know that they're all fictional characters. There's nobody that, I mean, it's probably just to cover like when people, um, when someone does play this game and they go, ooh, that looks like so and so. It's to basically keep from having lawsuits. So there is a little bit of a limp of lag on my end a little bit, but that's probably because it is running at high, but in the game it runs fine. If you give the computer a second, it'll be fine. See, as you can see now, it's not having any issues. So we're not going to go into character creation. That's something that when you start a new game, obviously you do like the Sims, but there's so much that you can add to your character and do to your character that I'm going to let y'all have fun with that. That's something you're going to have to kind of play with because the mechanics are something that you're going to have to just learn yourself. But this is the main screen of it. So I think they have still this up, obviously, because of Christmas holiday that just kind of happened. So I'm assuming summer will happen, and then they'll have this changed. But that's a good thing. So we're gonna go ahead and so you can do a new game and create your own. There's a build scenario, which is in creator mode. So that's when you're building, kind of like the Sims, where you're building, I think, places, and then you can go back and then you can basically buy your place that you made. But I haven't delved into that yet. I really just wanted to try it out myself just as a character. So continue this, and we're gonna go into the save one file. And it's gonna load up. And the characters, by the way, are very detailed. I'm going to say they're a lot more detailed than the Sims, let's put it that way. I mean, you are going to have a little better graphics cards in the Sims. I really feel like they just finished what the Sims really did, which was progression. I really feel like the Sims 4, the graphics in 3 was better than 4, in my opinion. But don't worry, it is loading. There is a loading little thing that just froze, but it's not frozen. It's not really frozen. It's still loading. Just takes some time. And remember, y'all, for those of you who are playing and getting into it, or this is for in general when you're playing a game, don't constantly click on your loading screen, because it's just going to make things worse. So just let it go, let it load, let it think, and it'll load up. You do a lot of things in this via your phone, your cell phone, and I will show you. Your cell phone's like your computer device that you used in the Sims franchise. So like when you were looking for a job on the computer, this you're using mostly your cell phone. Which, I mean, makes sense. It really does. It makes a lot of sense. Move this a little closer. And what y'all don't really realize is it is taking a little bit of time to load in the game and to get you guys there. But I'm telling you, this is a pretty big world. When I say like you can't go in every Skyrise building, but there's a lot of interaction, a lot of action going on. There's a lot of just a lot going on. So that's why it takes a minute. So I'm gonna let this continue loading in. Okay. So for the most part, it is loaded in. There's a little bit of lag right now because it's still loading in everything. And they're still working on the game, so But yeah, you do a lot of things via your phone. I wonder if you can change your phone color because I don't like how it's purple. I wonder. But yeah, apparently you can adopt. This is where you can go to other places. The two other, for example, the two other places that they have on there right now. So like one of the places is a place that you can pick to live, and it was recommended to stay in the city but travel to the beach, make it like a special time. But they say that, and I mean they as in people who I've read have played this, say that if you when you travel to one of the two other places, it basically pauses everything in your home city. But it moves, time moves in the current city that you're in. Which doesn't exactly make sense to me. It would make more sense because they wouldn't have to change that much to the mechanics, I feel like. But maybe that's something that they'll work out later, maybe. Eventually. Or maybe their thinking is like when you get back. Because it's like by the time you get back, you might be like 70, but everybody else would be like still the same. It's weird. But yeah. This is an old TV though. I'm thinking we can switch that out later. So where on The Sims they called it Sim Loans, I believe, or what was it? Let me give you the right time because I am left for a blank here for a second. So yeah, Simleon. Simleon is the Sims money. In this case, this is Mew. So this is Mew money, and let me see. So when you go into career, you'll see. Um, First off, you won't. So this won't be here. This little screen, this little image won't be here. Just this is here. It's the fire. I'm a firefighter. So right now for my career, it's kind of cool. It has just these little aspects to it. Anyway, career, and then this won't be here. It'll be actually this screen that'll show up. And there's different full-time work that you can do, or you can switch to part-time. So, but I mean, at my age, since I'm a young adult, I've always wanted to be a firefighter. So I'm picked to be a firefighter, and I'm trained to be a firefighter. And my character likes plants, so this is where, if I can. So my ambition is harmony and peace. So those are my ambitions. This is where you can see that I'm a plant lover, so you can use a grow plant immediately. Basically, I'm a plant lover, and a tranquil mind, the content emotion is always active. Click on yourself to use the share inner peace interaction. So and I believe you can change these at any point. So like you don't have to stay only at harmony and peace.
Ilan Bordomi, Novi, Telefinuil Nai, Sali, Novi, Novi,
Ma Chiku,
Sukabin,
Zoya Mibu,
So, but yeah, this is yeah. I felt like this was really kind of me, although my
Ilan
character is
Bordomi,
more.
Novi,
He's a firefighter. He is
Telefinuil
doing more
Nai,
of the physical
Sali,
training and stuff like
Novi,
that. But
Novi,
Ma Chiku,
Sukabin,
I mean, like real life,
Zoya
you know,
Mibu,
we sometimes have jobs that's not really that technically our dream. But being a firefighter is a dream. Being a firefighter is a dream in real life, but just wasn't able to get there, so I was able to do it with my sim. So,
Ilan
um,
Bordomi, Novi, Telefinuil Nai,
the
Sali,
automatic
Novi,
stuff that he
Novi,
Ma
automatically
Chiku,
does is pretty
Sukabin,
impressive. Right now it's on pause, by
Zoya
the way,
Mibu,
so let me pause it. You'll see him doing more. I was trying to figure out earlier why the cars were parked halfway, but they weren't. They were passing by. That's why.
Ilan Bordomi, Novi,
And that car is just
Telefinuil
parked.
Nai, Sali, Novi, Novi,
Ma Chiku,
Sukabin,
Zoya Mibu,
You see what I mean? There's movement. You can't. I don't believe. You can go to the ATM actually over there.
Ilan Bordomi,
I don't know what the
Novi,
extras.
Telefinuil Nai, Sali, Novi, Novi,
Ma Chiku,
Sukabin,
Zoya Mibu,
You can see how detailed they got the sim. I'm not even call it a sim. It's a. I guess I'm still gonna call it a sim. Just a sim. But this is running on automatic right now. So, and it shows actually, instead of in increments of like 10 or 5, it actually shows in minutes. So, like, this would be minutes over here, and this is hours, obviously. And right now, there's not really much to show, but I wanted to see was when my characters are working. So today is Sunday, so my character is not week yet. Today is Sunday, so that means yeah, he's working tomorrow. Yeah, he's working tomorrow. But yeah, if you decided you didn't want to be a firefighter, you can change it up and you can say, okay, I want to do something else. This just happens to be on like entertainment, I think, Adams Entertainment. So if you wanted to work for them, you could. Or if you wanted to work as a firefighter, you could. Or if you wanted to be, a, I think that's like a business type of thing. Your justice, the core system, and that's like law or not law. I mean, that's law. This is presidency, I guess, stuff. Or you can work for the university. So currently it shows 7:30 a.m. now, and I haven't bought in really much. This is just the basic furniture that they give you when you purchase this house. There's like, or apartment. This is like more like an apartment, like a small apartment. But eventually, I'll move into something a little better. But anxious to see. This is where you can mess with like when things like go in and out. So let me see. It's probably 9. He has time. Man, this is where you view all your stuff. I was trying to earlier find a way to tell your sim to go to work, like a faster way to go to work. Well, that just showed up. There's an option that just showed up, but this is the next thing I was going to show you. So there's a lot that you can do. It's just I haven't, like I said, I haven't delved much into much of it. Let me see. I mean, there's a smidge of a lag, but it's also loading between screens. This is on high. Is everybody going to work? You're actually going into work. You're at your work. So you have little tasks here. So And obviously, since it's set to automatic, he's going to accomplish the task. Sometimes I had a case where he didn't, and that's where I messed up. Where it's like he went and did something random. So you just have to make your sim more focused. The automatic isn't perfect, but yeah, we are at work. Look at that. We can speed this up. Have a meeting in the meeting room. That's what I mean by you have to, since that job's complete, now you want to come over here. I mean, for some it might not be fun just sitting here watching, but to be able to see what they're doing actually at work. So you can see the fire chief in there in his office, the assistant chief, and the captain's in here with us. And obviously, eventually, if we wanted to continue on with this career, we could probably eventually be the fire chief. Excuse me. Apologize for that. So for now, there's no objectives to do, so your character can go on break. So as you can see down here, the cars are moving. And over there, the cars are moving. But the the dis the distant cars over there, they're not really gonna. They're more. It's more like a backdrop. There's only so much you can do in a game. I mean, you'd have to have a really incredible computer for that. I feel like that you don't need to be that detailed. Like That guy looks like he's eating some cheese bits. In this case, let's greet in a friendly way. Let's greet this person. Are you eating again? See, there's two more. So we need to read status board. So the status board is on the computer. They're both 4 hours. We have 4 hours to do it, and if we don't make it within the 4 hours, there's bonuses to completing these tasks, basically. So we're gonna speed this one up. I recommend you speeding it up, otherwise you'll just be sitting there doing absolutely nothing. So just speed your guy up. But what are you doing? Oh, he's on the thing. Okay. Character's gonna wash his hands. He's gonna do the dumbbells. Need the status board. There we go. We have 1 hour left. All done. And our time here at work is from till 6. So earlier I spoke about how much this actually gets used. So right now it's not getting a whole lot of use because I'm primarily trying to get money. And what you want to do is, like all other, I feel like all other sim-like games, you want to make money to be able to buy the things you want. I mean, it's a life simulator. So, but what makes it different is just the whole beauty aspects of it. Like there's loans you can pull out, which there's going to be more videos on that I'm going to do later. But I just really kind of primarily wanted to show you in this video about the fact that you can actually go into work, and that my best suggestion to you is if you want to make a little bit more money, stick with the full-time jobs. That's obvious, like with all, even real life. But I mean, if you were a teenager, I think you can do the part-time jobs, which is good. Or if you have a wife and you don't want her to work full time and you want her to be able to basically just work a part-time job and not a full-time job, you can do that as well. So at this point, he's just kind of getting ready. My character is getting ready to go home, and he's probably just gonna now at this point just chill because he's already completed all of his tasks, and so he's done. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that you can actually go into work and accomplish tasks. I mean, you kind of have to have an imagination in The Sims, and so you kind of have that assumption that that's what they're kind of doing, is doing all these things. But it's kind of cool to be able to actually see people and talk to people. It's a little more visual with people. So made $594. But yeah, y'all. So yeah, this is INZOI. Stay tuned for more videos on slash about slash with slash everything you can think of within Zoe. I don't know how often I'm going to be able to post videos, but I do want to make sure that you guys are checking these videos out to see any updated things that are going on, because there's definitely in the future videos there's going to be things that are new happening, but there's definitely going to be progression with the character. The main thing is understanding, how things do work. So in this case, just right quick with the phone, obviously we did the career thing. You can go to careers here and then select what you want to do, whether you want to go to the location, and then there's a little location marker, and you can go there if you need to. Sometimes you have to do that if your character doesn't go to work automatically for some reason. I haven't had exactly that happen, but I can assume it probably does sometimes. Your salary, all these show what is kind of going on. This show just shows your pyramid of your tiers of your career. So, like my current status is lieutenant. So, and there's currently 3 people in the lieutenant spot. So, but yeah, and then there's, if I decided not to be a firefighter, you could choose to obviously resign. But you can also, going back, you can also go to, go back, you can go to your messages in this case. I've met a female that I'm kind of interested in, so you can text them and you can say things to them. And it's going into a loading screen. So you can text them. So you can reply positively or not really say anything, or just reply negatively to her. And in this case, we want to be positive, so we're going to reply positive. And then she sent a message back. So on my days off, I kind of see just what's out there with people. I'm a young adult, so it's not too terrible. So I can't really say much about like the loans, the insurance, um, budgeting. I don't know. Like right now, I'm doing pretty good, but I think it just shows you like what you're spending, so like, hey, wait a minute, why am I buying this? Or why am I buying so much of this? It's obvious. I mean, the dream car. No, this is where what you can. I guess this is where you can buy. Hold on, let me see. I guess this is where you can buy. So like these are moped. Well, no, this is all vehicles that you can get. How cool they have. Yeah, they have like mopeds like 4,000. Get yourself a motorcycle, which that's kind of cool. And then obviously you can pick the color, so that's definitely cool. I haven't, like I said, I just got this game like a couple days ago, and I just wanted to do my first post of this because there's not really a lot of videos on it. So, like I said, just stay tuned for more videos on more of INZOI that I post because INZOI is really good. So far, I'm liking it a lot better than The Sims, just because the visuals and because there is more. Does seem like there's more to do, and more to do in the what seems like little things. So there's Pocket Market on here. I don't know how the insurance stuff works on here. I think this is like I guess maybe for family. So like if there's life insurance, so you can purchase life insurance, natural disaster insurance, property insurance. So my guess is like if you have a fire or something like that at your apartment, you would want to have property insurance because otherwise then you won't get covered for anything. That's my guess. And so you kind of I don't know what happens really. So but it does cost money. It does cost money for that. So that's just kind of your choice on things, I guess. Spell out loans. um, so you can pull out like 3,000 mu, 1,500 mu, but I don't need to take out a loan, so there's no need to do that. As adopting, this is where you can. I haven't actually clicked on this, so but looks like they did fix it up where you can adopt. You can adopt. I don't know how that works. Financial status. So I am eligible. Like as of right now, I am eligible, but I really don't want to do that right now. Um, but it's definitely something um, that you can do um, if you feel like that. You can pick a newborn, a toddler, or a child, which is kind of cool. You have all three aspects to choose from. It's not just a baby or a newborn you get to pick. You get to pick from being having a child. These are the options. What I don't know is if they change every so often. I feel like they would because the other Sims are probably doing the same. I don't know. Um, but just for giggles, let's click on one of these. I don't know. I don't want to click OK. I just want to see like how much it costs if it costs anything. That's what I don't know. Because usually like there's an adoption fee if you hold on. Let me click on this informational thing. Oh, funds required. Okay, so like as long as you have like 5,000 mu, maybe these don't cost anything. So like as long as you have 5,000 mu, you can choose to adopt one of these. And then there's business. So apparently you can have your own business in this game, which is a new aspect, um, unlike The Sims. So I haven't, like I said, I haven't touched on that much. Yeah, I actually haven't touched on it at all yet. So you'll definitely see that in the future too. I'm interested. I don't know if you can have a plant business or not. I don't. I would like that because that's my ambition. So we'll see, how that exactly goes. I'm not sure how that exactly goes. So I'll have to kind of dip into that and see what's going on with that. So anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.